Hey kids, welcome back to Ruptured Hotspot. Just getting things set up. Double checking my audio levels and stuff, you know, all the usual stuff. Oh, hang tight. I need to... There we go. Apologies for the black screen. Every time I forget to do this. There we go. There's like 2 things I need to do before I start these streams, and I always forget. Okay, we should be good to go. And you should be... There we go. You should not be seeing a black screen now. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. All right. So I'm going to load up the save game that I was playing last night. We did do a restart last night. I kind of ran the city into the ground, which is something that happens often around 500 population. Now I could have salvaged it. I really could have salvaged it, but I didn't like the way that I developed it, and I sort of realized like I was able to sort of rebuild it. I mean, we're nowhere near, we're still at 50 population here, but we can scale this up quite quickly. And I had just developed a bunch of industries that were probably too complicated. This time around, we're going to do a mix of humans and Dondorians. Oh, we've got 80 citizens. Val VCA, welcome to the stream. What's up indeed? What's up indeed? Yeah, so getting back into this game from last night, the goal is eventually, I think, to create a walled city and sort of, you know, a strong garrison of archers and maybe some cavalry to do some sallying out. But for the time being, we just got to get on top of our economy here. So we are producing. Looks like we're producing bread for food. We have an excess of bread as well. That's great. Lots of room for more developments. We've got a combination of Dondorians and humans in this city. For those of you who don't know Songs of Six very well, the Dondorians are these fellows here. Let me see if I can find one and get a portrait of them. Yeah, there's a Dondorian. They're kind of like humans, but they're like bigger. They're sort of like a hybrid between humans and dwarves, I guess. Yeah, and then yeah, so they like each other. The humans and Dondorians like each other. They get along pretty well. We are going to, I think we're going to get this textile industry going up here. So let's get some more. Let's take a look at the labor distribution here. So the Dondorians are, I don't really want them doing like janitor work and stuff. So I think I will... Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna lower also all the food production. The only thing they like doing is working in taverns. So we're gonna lower that. We really want them to focus on these jobs in particular. For the humans, this looks fine. The humans will kind of fill in the extra jobs that the Dondorians are not kind of specialized in doing. Let's get a few more humans on that note. We probably need some more housing. Just take a look here. We have 30 houses for Dondorians. No, 30 housed. Available 29 for Dondorians, available 6 for humans. Okay, so we will need at least one more house for the humans. Take a look at our noise overlay, because humans do not like living in noisy areas. I'd like to leave this area open here for more amenities. Maybe we can stick another house. Actually, we can just put one... Oh no, I want to leave that area open. I just said that. Okay. We'll put one here. Like that. Okay. How are we doing on lumber? We have an excess of lumber. Okay. Starting to build up a bunch of furniture. This we love. Why are we only producing 2 rations? Shortage of meat. The meat is being consumed. This is a problem. Okay, I'm gonna forbid them from eating meat. You're both forbidden from eating meat. Do I even... Where is my ration maker? Oh, it's over here. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Well, is it consumed? Someone's still eating it. Fuck, man. Stop storing it there. Gotta get that. We gotta get that that handled now. Okay, perfect. Looks like it's good. Yeah. We're producing 9 meat and consuming pretty much all of it. Okay, perfect. That's awesome. All right, that's all set up. That's all set up. Yes, so, tailors. Turn this grain farm on. Maybe even build more housing a little bit closer to the grain farm. Yeah. Like... I guess we'll make... We can make like a sort of manufacturing area up here for now. What's the soil look like? Okay, so this is actually pretty good soil. So we don't... I think the Dondorians like to live in noisy areas, so we're going to put their housing in the noisy areas. So we'll start by building a weaver. I can take the bakery building here. Where is it? The bakery building down here. We shift click it and we're going to switch it over to weaver, so we're using the same template. And just open up the soil layer here. Maybe this goes over here. No, we need more space to expand those industries. Okay, so we're gonna weave. Weave the cotton, and then we have to grab a warehouse here. Do I have one that's like sized like the bakery? Really? Actually, yes I do. Put a warehouse. And we'll need a small tailor. Maybe we can make this smaller even. Okay, let's just place it and we're gonna edit it. Yeah, let's see if we can make this a little bit smaller so that it lines up nicely. Five workers for now. Okay. And some housing for the Dondorians who are going to work up here. And we can actually put housing on the other side too, so that it kind of blocks off the sound. Yeah. I want to check and see, does this cover it? So we need to make sure it's within range of the janitor so that they can maintain the buildings. And at this point, I think we can build a road. Is there any point in having a road in behind this if there's no doors on the backside? Not really. Let's take this whole thing and just line it up so we can copy. This is one of the cool features in this game. We can take this whole block that I've just built. We're going to copy it, drop it over here for now, and then clear this, and then copy again, paste it, and I'm going to line it up with this woodcutter down here. Something like that. There we go. That's an entire textile industry. All in one shot. For the humans, I guess we'll build these buildings first. Yeah, so road here. All right. Then there's room up here for maybe some amenities or an expansion on that farm. Just build a road the whole length here. We can start building that. Might as well light this road. Last time I didn't do any like decorations along the road as I was going, and you sort of get halfway through building your city and you realize like, ah, shit, it's going to take like so long to place them all. I just feel like doing it as I build is better. We can probably shut this woodcutter down because we're clearing a bunch of land. And there's like more wood than we can reasonably hope to use. Oh, who's dying? Brawl? Oh dear. That's not good. Well, it's bound to happen. I don't have a cemetery though, so I need to find a place to bury those fuckers. I don't think I have a mass grave. Yeah, we'll just stick one over here. Make a pit for the bodies. We are out of stone. Happens a lot when you build with stone. Okay. Build this. Okay, we need to shut this down because we don't have the farm online yet. For this, we're going to set up our chain of resources. So fiber into fabric into clothing. Okay, they've cleaned up those dead bodies. Okay, so we now have a deficit of bread. What's going on here? Why is all that bread decaying? Oh. Interesting. I wonder what if this... I feel like there's an equilibrium here. Yeah. Like, it becomes tempting to, like, increase the amount of bread we're producing. But in reality, the 16... Oh, they're using bread at the ration... Fuck. Why are they doing that? Why is the ration maker using bread? That looks like a glitch. That looks like a bug. I've got two... Oh, I've got two ration makers. Fuck. Okay. That's why. I accidentally put a ration maker instead of a clothing maker. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Taylor. There we go. Okay, we're starting to accumulate fiber. I'm just going to scale this industry so that we're turning all of the fiber roughly into 3. We'll probably do about 6 of these. We're going to need some more. Take this housing here and reserve it for Dondorians. Just trying to scale this industry. One tailor for now. There's no real reason to keep fiber around. It's not used to maintain and everything, so we'll err on the side of using every last bit of our fiber to produce cloth, or fabric, I guess it's called. And then we do want to have some excess fabric. Probably need to sell some of the excess clothing. Okay, no, so we're gonna go with 3 tailors. So that's pretty much scaled up properly. Oh, we have a huge amount of excess coal. We need to scale that back. So the coal I was doing by the wood, yep, go down to 1 collier. Charcoaler, I guess. Okay. Increase our storage there. All right. Definitely want to be producing more grain sooner rather than later, but it's not urgent. Okay, this stuff is on the outer edge of our services. We can probably move these services north and get a little bit more coverage from them. I'm not going to worry too much about it for now. Alright, let's build a market to sell the clothing. We don't need that big a market. Just something like that's going to be more than enough. We need more stone. Starting to run out of readily accessible stone, which is something to consider. Okay, we only want to be distributing clothing to this market for the time being. $95 citizens. Okay, the question is, what industry do we want next? We have a clay mine, right? Yes, we do. maybe, okay, so the last time I got to the mid game around 500 citizens, and essentially I was producing too many goods, too many military goods, too many other consumer goods and stuff like that, and I really was hitting like sort of a breaking point in terms of my ability to invest in research and stuff like that. So maybe I think what I'm going to try and do this time is kind of reverse the process and start out by sort of beelining for certain key research that's going to allow us to scale our city and grow. I think that's probably the move. So realistically, in terms of technology, we need to get to unlock the library. And then to make use of the library, we're going to need auroch pastures to make leather. For like vellum, basically. You can also use a hunter to make the leather. And that's about it. Okay, let's just start. Let's start by building a laboratory near our source of clay down here. Should also build our other amenities. Yeah, okay, we want a shrine to Athuri. And a shrine to Krator, or Crater, or whatever he's called. And then we're going to want a speaker. Oh, and a lavatory. A little lavatory for like 100 people. So something like okay, that's fine. We need some basins. Put a door like here. Just gonna line this up a little bit better with where I want it. Maybe like there. That's roughly central to where people are. That'll give us a bit of a buffer in terms of loyalty. Should put some more like benches and torches and shit. Okay. did place a couple of benches, but not enough. Not enough. Put a bench in here? What happened to my bench? Oh, it's over here. Get in the habit of like placing some decorations around our city as we build it. When in doubt. Well, okay. All right, we're going for the laboratory next. I'm going to need a fairly large laboratory. That's 36 people. $72? That's a big laboratory. You can trim it down in certain areas. Like realistically, we're going to want kind of a central passage. Like that. We don't need it that big. We want it to be like about 50 people, ideally. $64 is fine. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. Boom, something like that. Oh yeah, it's the foundation's only 91%. That's fine. That's fine. That is fine. So yeah, we want to unlock healthcare and we want to unlock guards, as well as some other amenities. There's a few prerequisites we're going to need, though. Okay, we do not need 64 lab workers right this minute. So libraries, 30. We should get to this right away. We're gonna need 30 here, and we're gonna need 5, so that's 35 in total. And then these ones need, I think, tools, and the physicians need tools, and I believe masonry. 35, 45. I think we need about 60 science, realistically. We're gonna use clay. Oh, we can upgrade if we get metal. So we should build a smelter as well. We should get an industry going. Yeah, that's probably worth doing. Okay. Maybe we get the metal industry going first. How is our food supply? I think it's fine. I think because there's decay happening, basically, I think if they get hungry, there just won't be decay. The decay is sort of our buffer to a certain degree. Right, so this is where it gets... Why is my... There we go. This is where it gets tricky because the ore is all the way over here. So we got to take a look at the recipe. The metal smelter turns 1.25 ore and 1.25 coal into 0.5 metal. So we want to produce the metal next to the ore and move the metal. In an ideal world, I think. Build an ore mine for about 20 people. Like that. Small storage. Now, we do have excess coal, so we're probably going to need to bring some coal here. Let's use one of our already built warehouses. Maybe this one here. A decent sized warehouse. Put that like here. And we're gonna need a decent sized. Take the weaver, switch it over to a metal smelter. Put that like... I guess the metal smelter is not necessarily gonna be Dondorians working it, so... We'll put that there. We're going to put some Dondorian housing over here because they like the noise. Something like that. And then some human housing over here because they don't like the noise. And then we're going to need more amenities. We're going to need a janitor. And then we'll go with a hearth and a well. And I guess we need everything, yeah. We'll do the mid-sized food stall that I built over here. Actually, we can just copy and paste these two and bring them over here. And then we need to get a speaker. Put that like here. How far do these shrines go? Yeah, not far enough. We really do want all the amenities everywhere, so we might as well just duplicate everything. Put those there. There's a mass grave on the road to this new settlement. Okay. Did I miss anything? Oh, the lavatory. The lavatory over here. Or like over here. Yeah, let's put it there. Okay, perfect. Wow, that lines up perfectly. Fucking awesome. More or less. What is this, like every 4 tiles? Yeah. So we can actually, like, we can even do something like this when we're building roads to kind of, like, shorten this process. That mass grave is kind of in the way. I'll move it once the bodies decay. There we go. Actually, let me just copy this and put it... We just need to banish it further, basically. Put it over here. And close this one down so that they won't put any more bodies in it. Okay. That's about a perfect spread for the janitors. We can carve through the mountain here so it's not in the way of the road. Probably going to have start to run out of carpentry soon. Let's get some more humans. Yeah, we're gonna run out of stone. Are we out of stone? Oh yeah, no, they're still clearing some. Okay, all right, let's... There's a bunch over here, that's perfect. Okay, metal smelter is built. Close it down for a second here. Let's set up... Okay, we do not need all this. This needs to be switched over. In this warehouse, we're gonna need ore and metal. And we need a hauler to bring the coal over to fuel this. Shut that down for a second. Wait till this coal piles up. There we go. Actually producing just enough coal for now. Some more Dondorians. Dondorians are better miners than the humans, so that helps. Starting to accumulate ore. We don't need a lot of metal. We do need some. Yeah, we're gonna need another guy doing coal. So we're gonna try and scale this industry correctly once again. Looks like we can have about 6 smelters. Yeah, something like that. And that gives us an output of 2.89 metal, which is okay for now. And we're gonna double down on our charcoalers who are where? Bakery should be, oh yeah, beside the wood over here. Okay, boom. Okay, we are actually running out of wood now, so that's a little bit surprising to me. Is there not a bunch of wood lying on the ground? Not really. Okay, so let's go for another. Okay, we have a deficit of 43 wood. Each woodcutter produces. Where's the recipe? 4. So we need something like 12 or 15 of those maximum. So let's just go up to 80 humans. Okay. We're good. We're good. Okay. So we got this whole area in the middle that we can eventually maybe develop. The stone mine is down here. That's going to be a hassle. But this is pretty close. Okay, so we're gonna get as much metal as we need to upgrade this, which is, ooh, 140. Okay, let's scale this up. How's my food supply? It's pretty good. Somebody's eating rations. We need to get a hauler to haul bread to this food stall. Okay. Probably should think about, I think we need to Are we using all of our bakers here? Yeah, okay. I think it's a good time to think about further expanding our grain farms just to give ourselves a little bit of a buffer. Even just another 5 would be good. This is getting a little bit spread out, but that's okay. Get some more housing. Second bakery is going to go here. I'm going to suspend it. So it's putting it in planning mode. Actually, let's just build it now. We just won't employ it right away. Because I know that we're going to need it, so... That way I can get the noise radius on it, and I can put some housing over here as well. Need more stone. Pick up all the stone off the ground over here. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're out of space for rations. This warehouse is full. So we're just going to upgrade that warehouse. There we go. We're good. Need another carpenter as well. This is the tricky part in this game, is scaling up your industries. Scaling up your industries as you increase your population. That's the trickiest part, getting from the early game to the mid game. At this level of the game, your industries are not that efficient, so you know, it sort of makes sense later to just massively overproduce everything. But in the early part of the game, your workers are so inefficient that if you are not careful in how you allocate your labor, you end up not having enough workers to generate the technology that you need to basically get the key technologies that will allow you to move forward. We're going to double our ore miners and just double this whole metal industry so that I can get this done faster, and then I guess we'll scale this to the coal, because I don't necessarily want to build another coal guy. No, we need more coal. There's no way around it, we just need more coal. Like that. Okay, that's starting to build up. How much do we need to upgrade this? 104. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. Oh my god, I can't upgrade it. What am I thinking? I need a technology to upgrade it. I should have read the tooltip. Okay, well, we have a metal industry. Great. All right, well... so we'll probably have to shut most of this down. But for now, we're just going to keep it going. That's okay. It will be useful in the long run. Yeah, let's shut it down for now. We'll just go down to one smelter. Like, one ore miner. 2 ore miners, maybe. It's a lot of wasted service employees for that, for 3 workers, but we will need to move over there soon enough anyway. How are we doing on wood? Yeah, we need some more wood. Just go up to 20 there. Okay, so really what we need to do is ramp up the clay mine here and activate the clay and get going on this. We said we needed 60 technology, basically. What is it called? Innovation. 60 innovation. Plus 19. Okay, we need this to be... Probably going to need to increase food production now. We're producing... I should do the math on this. We're producing 70... We're producing 70 bread. And they eat 1 bread every 2 days. So 170 divided by 2 is 85 or whatever. 85, yes. So we need to increase the number of bakers, but 2 more bakers at least. That's fine for now. We can add more after. Grain supply is looking healthy. We're short on housing where? Human housing down here. Okay. Makes sense. Wait, I'll put some housing over here for the farms, and that's gonna free up housing over here. There we go. Get some lighting going. That's fine for now. A little bit low on stone. Did I fix the furniture shortage? Yes, I did. Okay, good. Oh, fuck, I built on the... Well, that's stupid. Well, this housing can't stay here because we're going to build farms up here because that's super fertile land. All right, we'll deal with that after. I just got to remember to deal with it. Okay. One more baker would be good, I think. One or two. Okay. This is good. Now give me more humans. We are, what, oversupplying clay? Yeah. We're already up to 53, so we should be pretty close to getting what we need. And we're out of stone. Give me all the stone. Starting to run out of field stone. Well, we've got lots. There's lots up here. There's some over here. And then there's a ton down here as well. City's looking a lot nicer than the last one. I was building too quickly. Okay, 66. That's perfect. So, we're going to need an auroch pasture. We should get that going first. Because we need the leather for the library. So, where do we want to place that? Maybe... I don't really want it to share a warehouse with this one. I think we're going to need quite a large auroch pasture too. I think we should just go for like the max size auroch pasture, to be honest. So this is textile industry here. We want to leave some space for these industries to potentially expand. That's fine. We are dangerously close to the threshold where we can potentially get attacked by raiders. Maybe we just let them attack. Maybe we pay the ransom if they come. I think it's probably better. We'll see. No, I'm not sure that's a good idea. Oh, that's bad. We got a drought event, which means we're going to produce a lot less grain this year. Oh well, at least I have 1,000 rations. We can turn off the woodcutter. Yeah, let's turn off the woodcutter and potentially start actually training some recruits, I think. Yeah. We need to get a little basic militia going because I don't really want to do the thing where we pay ransoms. Alright, so we're gonna need a place to store fur that isn't this. In fact, this warehouse should be deleted. Yeah, we need another one of these warehouses. I like this. This shape one is good. Put it up here. Some more housing here. Okay, how are we doing on... Okay, this is close enough to our amenities. Yeah. Alright, let's do the roads. And we need a library up here. Maybe the library goes like up here. Yeah. We are also going to want to use a hunter to get additional fur, probably. That being said, I don't know that the hunter is... we'll see. It is pretty efficient early game, but it tapers off pretty fast, so... I'm not sure. Not sure. Do we go straight for archers? No, we don't go straight for archers because it's additional research and I don't want to spend the research points until I make sure that I have... Okay, so what we really need to do realistically, can we start making spears? We need another carpenter. We have a bunch of cleared wood from clearing terrain, so... so while we have that wood, we should get another carpenter going. Not that big though. What we really need is like a small carpenter. And then we'll make a separate storage for the weapons. Somewhat larger, I think. Do we have access to the recipe from the start? Yeah, we can do. We can make spears from the start as long as we have metal. Spears and shields. Okay, cool. So let's maybe do that. Spears and shields, and not a ration maker. Fuck, man. Okay. Spears. Change this to carpenter and build 2 of them. Spears and shields. Oh. No. No. Fix this wall here. There we go. Okay. Spears and shields, and then a warehouse. Okay. Actually, I kind of could have just used one warehouse for all this. That's fine. This is fur, and a little bit of... There, like that. Yeah, the Auroch pasture is good because it produces meat and fur at the same time. So we can actually scale up our ration production, and it sort of offers a little bit of food relief, in addition to producing what we need to make weapons. And okay, let's put one guy making shields and one guy making spears. Good thing we have metal. And then we go spears and shields. That way, that can be our basic infantry armament. I'm not going to bother giving them armor. I think spears and shields is adequate for now. Just widen this road. You know what? This is a waste. Just do this for now. Leather. Where's the wood being stored? I don't know why it says proximity to... Okay, there we go. We need to bring some metal over here. We also need to increase our metal production a little bit. I knew there was a reason we built this smelting district. We're good for coal. Hauler over here to bring the metal over. It doesn't use very much metal. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense to have this industry over here. Okay, good. Okay, starting to slowly accumulate weapons, but much slower than we did last time. Last time we went kind of overkill on the weapons, and that was part of the reason why we didn't have enough, we did not have enough workers to stay afloat. So when we hit 200 population, we're going to unlock the training grounds. We're immediately going to start training people. Need a stockade as well. That would be good. That way, if we do get attacked... Okay, we have one raider group of 5. So I'm going to build a training ground. Maybe over here. Just build a training ground for 10 people. And we're going to take train people more this time. The humans, the thing about training in this game is until you upgrade your training ground and get better technology, the degree to which you have like highly trained soldiers is sort of entirely dependent on like their lifespans. So the Dondorians live a super long time. And it's like not a bad idea to train the Dondorians more than the humans. It sort of makes sense to do that. Offense, pierce damage, slash damage. Charge, offense. Okay, so this is the flanks maybe is good to use on cavalry. Warhammer is force. I think we give Warhammers to the Dondorians. But we're not going to have Dondorians quite yet. What about, where's the other sword here? Oh, this is what we want actually. Formation +5, pierce damage +1. This is okay. I'm not sure. I think we give the Warhammers to the Dondorians and we give spear and shield to the humans. I guess we just give them everything for now. We just max this out, get the best stats we can for now. Probably better to do more soldiers, less well trained, but I'm not going to have the training capacity for that. I think I can probably upgrade this one level with the metal. Yes. There we go. Okay, so that should... We have another group of 6. That should give us enough, a little bit of a garrison for now. And now it's time to build... Now it's time to build a library. Did I research library already? No. Starting to produce a relatively... Okay, we've got... This is at full capacity. So it's producing a lot of leather. And how much leather is it producing? Okay, we have 12 excess, basically. And how much leather is required by the library? They don't tell us. We'll have to figure it out. Hang tight. No, I don't want to put that there. I want to leave space for the road. Let's go with 20 people for now. Something like that. It needs carpets. The carpets make it more efficient. That'll do. We have quite a large accumulation of clothing. Okay, it's consuming 17 leather. So I think we build a hunter because we're probably gonna need at least that many dudes there. Yeah, let's build a hunter here. Need to keep doing those torches too. Oh, that's 18. I only want 15. We need a little bit more space. Actually, no we don't. Yes, we do. Oh, wait. There we go. Door, 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 door. That's like a super efficient hunter. I like it. We are way short workers. 160. Gotta check on food too. Yeah, we need to jack up the bakery and jack up the. We need more grain. Okay, it's time for this housing to move. That housing's not in a good spot either. Never mind. Oh, we need stone. Big time. No, we got tons of stone. It's all up there. Okay, it's just not in a warehouse. Come on, people, now. Get the stone, build the wall. There we go. There's room for a house here. Or two. Actually, I think we can fit more if we... There we go. Stone issues or what? Oh, odd jobber issues. Something completed. I need to do a little bit of an audit of the who's working where thing here. Okay. Laboratories, libraries. Clay pits, bakeries, carpenters. This all makes sense, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Are we overproducing? Weird. Why isn't the library consuming unreachable? Leather unreachable? What is that? What the fuck does that mean? Nonsense. Oh, there's just none in the warehouse? Oh, I see. Yeah, they're using it all. Okay. Okay, well, let's just cut this down to 10 for now. Oh, the hunter's producing meat instead of leather. That's why. Boom. Really do need that bakery, though. Okay, housing is done. Delete this. And show me the soil map. Something like this. That's a bit much. Something like that's fine. $12 bakers there, 2 bakers there. Okay, we're gonna need to basically max all that out. They're not gonna starve yet. But this is top priority, getting this farm built. Okay, we have our first raid. Let's take a look at... I'm going to slow the game down. I'm just going to dismiss this. I'm not going to decline it yet. Take a look at the training level of our dudes. They have training level of 27%. So it would be 10 against 5. How many weapons do they have? They're actually pretty well armed. So maybe I can... I think that's good. I think they will. Let's drop a save. I just want to test out the combat. I will load the save if we lose the battle, because it's just it's too damaging. It's a lot of work. Put this back together. Whoa, we need more immigrants. Okay, there we go. More bakers. Okay. 5 against 10, that should be fine. Melee training 0. They have better equipment than us, though, but we do have Oh, they're cavalry. Interesting. Okay, well, how do 10 spearmen do against 5 cavalry? We're about to find out. I guess we'll go into tight formation. Okay, there's only one way to find out. I guess we let them charge us because they're on horseback, so... Here they come, riding on their little war beasts. Now I want to make sure they don't just go around me and go to the throne, but I think they won't. Seems like a pretty good idea to have cavalry in this game. Here they come. Are they gonna charge? Archers and cavalry, definitely a good idea, but... They're just gonna stand there? Oh, no, they're charging. How does a cavalry charge into spears do? I'm gonna find out. It's possible I shouldn't have let them charge me, but... Take a look at the status here. Injuries, 3%. And our injuries, oof, 9%. Yeah, seems like we're gonna lose this, but... Oh, are they running? They're running from us. Bastards. They're running to our throne. That's really irritating. Have we killed any of them yet, or is this just gonna take forever? Okay, we're on a timer to kill them before the... oh, there's only one left, for fuck's sake. Okay, form up here. And charge. Are they all there? I'm not sure what's going on here. No, they're all still alive. This is a bit of an issue. We're gonna lose this battle just because it takes too long to kill enemies. I feel like the enemies have way too much HP. Nah. Okay, I'm gonna restart the battle and try it again. It's really silly just having 10 troops. I wanted to try these small raids and see if they actually fired, but... Okay. So... maybe we do a tight defense of the actual throne itself. I'm not sure if they're able to go around, and I can't split divisions either. Will they go around? Oh, for fuck's sake. This game, this thing again? We can't attack them while they're on the throne. It's fucked up. And they're like unkillable. Maybe it's their armor. You should get rid of this throne thing. This is silliness. We have to restart the battle again. That's really fucking annoying. Maybe I have to charge them, even though they're cavalry. Crazy charging cavalry. Restart. Like, they're not killing us, they're just sitting on the throne. It's fucking annoying. Well, we're gonna get more than this amount of maybe we try and pin them down in the forest or something. I don't know if the cavalry doesn't operate as well in forest, or if that's even accounted for in this game. They're sort of not behaving like cavalry. The AI is really weird. Oh, God, the throne thing again. This is ridiculous. I'm probably gonna have to concede this battle and just give them shit, man. Because I can't do enough damage to them with their armor or something. Yeah, they're just gonna sit on the throne. Motherfuckers. Actually, maybe. Victory. Okay, wow. Okay, that worked. I guess it's because I had them on guard mode. I didn't kill any of them, but they fled. I think the spears are supposed to be effective against the cavalry, so that's good. Okay. Good. This is good. Right. So, we're back in the business of actual city building. Now, we do have a potential raider with 6 guys. So I think we are going to want to increase this to 20 sooner rather than later, but I do need more bread. Big time. Okay. Maybe we just train them more. We'll have more weapons too for the next fight. Okay, I'm not gonna train them yet. We're gonna see if we can survive without them, because I really need to get the food supply under control here. Okay, we need like 2 more of those. Give me like 10 more humans. Maybe I train some Dondorians too. That would be good. Let's make a... I don't really want to make Dondorian spearmen. I don't have enough weapons either. What's our... These guys are like experienced too. Oh, they only get 2% experience from that? I feel like they should get more experience when they're in battle. Okay. We leave it for now. But I gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention to this little indicator up here if I see bigger groups. And we should also spend our money and actually purchase something that we might need. Okay, we have 50 knowledge and 50 innovation. Great. All right, let's grab... We're gonna get healthcare. Locked by requirement? Oh, requires population 500. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't know it required population 500. Okay, well. We wait, then we'll get that after. In the meantime, though, we can get guards. And maybe makeshift weapons? Makeshift weapons would be good for giving some hammers to those Dondorians, but I'd rather have smiths. Yeah, I'd rather have smiths. Because the smiths can build the hammers, and I need smiths anyway, so... Yep. Okay, well, in that case, we are going to... continue training that regiment. Put some more torches down. Keep everyone happy. Oh, I need to... Actually, wait a second. We have a bunch of money. Maybe we'll buy some, slaves. Where do I get the messages that have just popped up? No. Tourists. There's a message log somewhere here. There it is. Okay. Slaver. Yeah, let's buy... I don't know how many slaves we can afford to have, because we don't have very many... Let's buy 20 Garthemi slaves. And we'll use them in our mines. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a loyalty issue. Because we don't have enough troops. Now this is less of an issue though, because we now have freed up 20 workers. We've freed up 20 workers. Fulfillment 0.15. 1.48 times 0.2. Okay, so we probably need about 30 militia to... So let's go up to 30 here. Prevent them from revolting. We need another one of these. Yeah, definitely. They also don't have any housing, which is a bit of an issue. Put some slaves housing here. They're primarily going to be miners. We need one over at this mine too. Yeah, there is already one there. Okay, perfect. Okay. Submission 67%. They've got 26 soldiers. We need to increase the size of the militia until it can support the slaves. And I think I want to prioritize having them in the... We want to prioritize the slaves, the Garthemi slaves working in the clay pit, because they're particularly good at that, and the humans and Dondorians particularly hate working in clay pits. So... I have a bunch of money I should spend too. Actually, I should unlock trade with my neighbors. Just don't want the money to disappear to inflation. You... Diplomacy. Did I already unlock trade with these people? Oh, interesting. I need to, like, bribe him to... What's my opinion? Oh, I need to, like, bribe him before I can get trade with him. That's new. Wow, and to get a higher opinion with him... I am going to have to... Kinship, interesting. Kin treatment. Oh, that's bad news. Interesting. So because I enslaved Garthemis, my Garthemi neighbors don't like me. Well, damn. We're gonna roll with it. That's a cool mechanic. That is a very cool mechanic. I'm assuming, or it might be just that the Garthemi don't like humans. It's possible that they just don't like us because we're human, but it's also possible that they don't like us because we enslaved Garthemis. Interesting. That's a really cool mechanic. Anyway, as I was saying, we're going to go here. We're going to go to our Garthemi slaves and make sure that they are... I want them top priority for clay pits. What the fuck, man? Why won't they do it? Do the clay pit. I don't know why. Don't be hunters. Are they better at hunting? Maybe they are. Oh, they are. Yeah, they are. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go set priorities based on skill. And then for the non-slaves, we'll set their priorities based on fulfillment. That's fine. Which means these guys are going to essentially work in the lavatories and markets. And hunters, I guess. Okay, all right, well, that's fine. Put me out of the world. I'm not exactly sure. Wait a second. Let's take a look. Let's do a little bit of work there. Okay, what we need to do is we need to maybe decrease this. Where are the mines? The mines are up here. Okay. This is not working properly, I don't think. However, yeah, so we're actually just going to... We don't need them working in services. They are more skilled hunters than the humans and Dondorians, so that is fine. Perfect. Okay, that's a good mix. Great. I think we'll just increase the size of our militia and potentially purchase more slaves. Because they are going to make... It's going to make our regular citizens quite happy, except it's possible that these people don't like... It's possible that these folks don't like slavery. Let's take a look here. Other slaves. Yeah. Dondorians don't particularly appreciate slavery of any kind, which makes sense. But I wanted to play around and try out the mechanic. Okay, so how are we doing here with 30? Submission 73%, 74%, 75%. I think we might even need 40. What's the food supply looking like? Food supply is looking pretty good. I think we're gonna need 40 people, 40 soldiers to actually keep those slaves under control. Unfortunately, I have this money, but there's nothing I can buy with it because none of my neighbors will trade with me because they don't like me. We have a housing issue. What's going on there? Who's not housed? 3 humans. I guess we just add more housing. Okay, the bread supply is an issue. We need to max that out. How's the grain supply doing? Not great. Okay. I need to put a... yeah, I need to put a... what's it called? A pump here. Something like that. And the canal can go up the side of this farm. Bring some water up there. And, ooh, wow, okay, I actually put this, that was really stupid of me. I put this, oh, it's the wrong soil. That's fine, that's fine. Oh, we don't even really need this pump. Let's see here. What's the moisture like up here? Oh yeah, we do. Okay, good. Now more grain on this side of the pump. Oh, solar eclipse. We know what that does. If I read the pop-up, I would know what it did. Okay, we can upgrade this pump so it uses less labor. And then I guess we're getting a smith going. And maybe arming some Dondorians with some warhammers. We'll see. Why is this not getting built? Oh, stone. We have no stone. Fuck. Okay, I need a stone mine too. I'm gonna have some issues if we don't get stone. Already having issues. I think we're gonna have to do the stone mine sooner rather than later. I've got the... I think the food situation is pretty much sorted. And I think it's gonna be time to build a bridge down to this stone down here. Get a mine going down there. Where am I building this bridge? Oh, I guess this way. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Need more housing for humans. Oh, I have guard posts too, right? This bakery thing is not really sorted yet. We need a third bakery. And it's not going there. So what I should probably do is make some space over here for more bakeries. Probably the easiest way to do that is to just put one right here and then move the housing. Or we just take this housing and assign it to Dondorians. Because it's close to the noise. Okay, that'll do. That will do. And then we will need probably at least another 10 housing for the humans. No, that's good farmland. Put a whole row of housing up here. There we go. Okay, we are maxed out on janitors. We need to get some stone here ASAP. Hauler. Stone. Yeah, we really need that stone mine. This is too unreliable source of stone. Okay. Is anybody actually picking that stone up? Oh yeah, okay, it's getting done. Good. We're gonna need another janitor. Maybe not. But probably. They're probably pretty much at capacity, this janitor here. Maybe we just double it. Let's just stick another one down to be safe. And then I'll probably reorganize it afterwards. What are we missing? Oh, fuck, we have a wood shortage. Bad. That's gonna lead to a total breakdown of society if we're not careful. We're out of coal. Alright, I need more people, more wood. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Whew, close one. And what's going on with the coal? Unavailable wood, of course. Okay. Just clear some trees for now to kind of supplement get this primed. We need a second woodcutter too. What a hassle. Okay. Definitely time to think about that second woodcutter. Just double it here. Ooh, that's fine. Ooh, we have a shit ton of rations. Where am I storing my rations? Over here. Do that for now. I'd sell them, but we don't have any trading partners. Now, is this mine getting built? Yes, okay, good. Definitely needed the extra janitors. Housing. Really struggling with housing. That should be fine. Okay. Everybody's housed for now. Yep, we have issues with... I think we are going to have to research something for efficiency. Yeah. Basic farming is going to save us 8.5 workers. Refining 4.27. Okay, so it's the farming one we research. Yeah, we are out of grain. So that was a good move. We'll have enough food to last us till the harvest. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that, oh yeah, we're producing enough now. Yeah, okay, good. What about the bakeries? Do they... Yeah, they're kind of treading water, though. Oh, partly because we don't have enough coal. Oh, and I've got 20 workers in this new woodcutter. That's, like, too much. Just down to, like, 5. Okay. Go up to 4 charcoalers. Okay, this mine is open, but we don't need it open yet. I'm gonna have to build some infrastructure down here. We're probably gonna start running low on clothing soon, yeah. It's a very compact little city, it's nice. A couple of mining outposts on the outskirts. Okay. First things first. Some housing for the miners. As well as a well and a hearth. Shrine. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want these houses that are in the noisy areas to be for either the Garthemi slaves or the Dondorian citizens. There we go. Okay. Put a speaker here. Take a look at the noise. Okay, we can put another house here for humans. I'm gonna reserve that just so we're sure. There we go. Then I need, did I never, oh yeah, I put the laboratory over here. Okay. I'm going to need the markets. Okay. Oh, I need a fucking janitor. Big time. Okay. Now we're in business. Now we can produce stone. We need a warehouse for stone down here as well. Okay, there we go. Just redrawing this road a little bit so it looks nicer. There we go, something like that. And this carpentry warehouse over here, which is full of stone, can have more space for wood. For now. Are the bakers getting enough coal? Where is the... Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the bakers are getting enough coal. That's good. That's good. I feel like it might be worth connecting this stone mine to the other settlement eventually, just so we can distribute stone to the janitors, because it's a pretty big deal getting the stone out to the janitors. The whole fucking city can fall apart if we don't. But for now, it's not going to be an issue. Where is, speaking of, this hauler needs to pick up from that warehouse. There we go. And then we're gonna put one delivery man in this warehouse. And we need more storage for rations. Damn, dude. Or we just reduce this until just like produce less rations, maybe. Something like that. But yeah, we should also increase the storage. Where do I have space? I don't know. Anyway. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Yeah, I don't really... I do want to accumulate lots of rations. Keep spreading these torches around. Keep everyone happy. Yeah, that's degraded. Weird. Lots of torches. All right. We are at 315 population. Oh, we have a shortage of clay. Like that. And that's too many. And then I guess tools industry would be next. Maybe. Maybe we do the tools industry next. We'll see. So the library upgrade is very expensive. I don't think we should do that. We are going to need masonry. How are we doing on weapons? 142, 173. And our little militia here, okay, we have 100% submission from our slaves. That's good. Our little militia here is has most of what they need in terms of shields and weapons. Yeah, they're a little bit short on certain weapons, but other than that, they're pretty well armed. And these are not at equilibrium yet. We can just let them accumulate, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna need stone miners for sure. What's this guy doing? No great urgency to collect stone yet over here. Start accumulating some stone. Boy, we really don't need very many stone miners. Like, that's fine. That'll do for now. We've got lots of bread. We're wasting a lot of bread. Yeah, I think tools? Tools for the mines, maybe? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Mining tools. Requires, oh, it requires 130 employees in mines. Wow, these are a bunch of new requirements. That seems kind of unbalanced to me. We're not going to have that for a long time. Okay, all right, interesting. So realistically, we're just going to scale up to... I guess I don't need the smithy then. For now. I don't think I can research any tools unless... Can I get research farming tools? Refining, agriculture? No, but I could... How is my grain supply doing? It's not great. Okay, yeah, let's do another level of basic farming. For now. Oh yeah, and we were gonna build guards. We just want to get up to 500 population. We just need to scale up to 500 population. Check our raid risk here, 39. Ooh, okay. We need to increase the size of our army as well. Okay. So, we have one guard post. That's good. We're gonna need another guard post down here somewhere. Those, we really do need those. Okay, build a guard post. Ooh, that's on the clay. We're gonna have to move some of this housing around. Okay, this housing here is not needed. Or we build two small ones. Maybe we build two small ones. Yeah, one. And one down here. There we go. And we should build, I think maybe we'll go for a prison. Okay, let's do our law. So for laws... We're going to enslave all the races that we don't like. Everyone else is going to be imprisoned. That seems correct. Which means we need a prison. Put the prison over here. The dungeon, I mean. Two cells should be fine. For now. Okay, that's fine. And we should build guard posts at our little satellite villages here before, yeah, it's a really good idea because things tend to get crowded and then you can't fit them. So I'm going to build the largest size, even though it's a bit of a waste of labor. And that will keep crime right down. That's probably the best thing we can do at this stage of the game is research the things. Like, they've changed the tech tree. Like, I can cancel this tech here and probably go for these two. Yeah, I've already gone for those two. I don't hate the idea of doing the archers and building the wall, but we've got a shortage of workers. Okay, just take a look here. Who's working where? So the Dondorians are we pretty much have enough Dondorians. Yeah, we have more than enough Dondorians even. Yeah, so we don't need any more Dondorians. We're gonna just get like 20 more of these guys. We'll go up to 260. Now, check on food. Big surpluses of everything, okay. We need a bigger warehouse here. Or we need to clear up space in one of our other warehouses. What's going on here? I'm gonna put some rations down here for now. There's rations and meat. Yeah, just redistribute some stuff. Put a delivery man in there. Just kind of fill that warehouse up. And we'll upgrade that. We're gonna be short on furniture, I guarantee it. Okay, that's good. We are at a total population of 330. Grain production is solid. We just build more housing, get more dudes. Okay, as I suspected, that has taken us over our bread supply. Build a graveyard. And then we'll work on the bread supply. Nice looking graveyard here. Some flowers. Too many graves. Okay, that'll do. Okay, we only need one grave dude. Okay, we're getting pretty decent rating for law. Seems like getting guards early is probably the most effective way of getting happiness up, along with the graveyard and the what is it? Theater or whatever? Not a theater, it's a stage. Going to have accidents, that's annoying. Oof. That's bad. We got corpses all over the place. Put him in the graveyard. So many deaths from that accident, damn. Okay. All right. Okay, that stage is going to help us with our happiness for sure. So, we're trying to get up to 500 population so we can unlock more stuff. Let's take a look at what we need. Whoa, what happened to our bread supply? We're out of grain. Okay, well, that explains it. Are we having like a drought or something? Either way, we need more grain. Doesn't matter. More bread. More grain, I mean. Does that mean we can use farm tools? Farming tools require farm employees 70. Okay. Interesting. So this tech tree is now pushing us to specialize. Which is ultimately good. Of course, it requires us to trade. I need more soldiers. Fuck me. Do I have enough weapons for more soldiers? I should, yeah. Barely. A little bit short on shields, but I'm kind of oversupplying them with weapons anyway. Okay, it's good. Need more dudes. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we do have an excess of grain now. Barely enough bread, but we're good. Ration's doing well. We need to allocate some more workers to the woodcutter. And we need more housing, big time. Okay, we're at 400, so we're almost there. Okay, slaves count towards these now. I didn't realize that. Well, that's good. There's a corpse somewhere. Okay, it got picked up. Good. Okay, we got a little bit excess housing. That's fine. Keep going through our resources here. We're gonna need more bread. There's no doubt. We're just wasting so much of it. Okay, these are all maxed out. Yeah. Okay, new plan. These empty houses are being turned into a warehouse for the clay. Okay. Upgrade that. And we want 1 storage for clay. 1 for rations, 1 for meat. Because that's just like excess that I can't fit in the other warehouse. And then somehow I've got to fit a bakery down here. It's not a great spot for a bakery, but it'll have to do for now. Not a brewery, a bakery. I'm gonna need a bigger building. I guess we just expand this one. We'll see, we'll see. Can I do this? Is this allowed? Yes, it is. Okay, well, that's a really tiny bakery, but it works. Very compact. Can I afford 1? Oh, that's 11. Okay, I still have some money. I should spend it. Yeah. More slaves. Which is gonna make the slaves disloyal, but I'm training more army anyway. Which means I'm gonna need more weapons. Train more army. It's funny, it says I have excess grain, but... Okay, we're baking all of it, I guess. What about coal? Yeah, we're good with coal. Or we're a little bit short on. No housing issues. We're gonna need to, yeah, it's time to expand our, this farm. We need another cotton farm. For about 5 people. That's fine. So we're gonna need to expand our textile industry. This is the trick. You gotta get up to 500 population to unlock the medical stuff. But if we build the wrong things, we'll be in a bad spot. Yeah, okay, so what's happening here is we don't have enough delivery people to get the grain into the warehouse. So it gets harvested, and then it sits in the field and rots. That's what's going on. Might even be worth building another granary over here. No, I think it's fine. Okay. That's better. That's better. All the bakeries. All the bakeries. All the grain. Oh. These guys are in a bad spot vis-a-vis noise. Well, they're not Dundorians, are they? No, they're not. Okay, well, that's not a big deal. I should probably just ignore the noise thing. I think it's actually not that impactful. Okay, there's lots of room to expand the city west. And we need more housing. But what we really need is more tailors. Okay, I should probably build some of the housing far from the noise. Oh, I never filled up those woodcutters. Okay, now we're producing, yeah, now we're producing too much food, so it's a good time to expand the population. Good. We'll be at 500 in no time. Good. There might be an argument for building this housing, this type of housing with only 3 people per house, because the way the housing works is you can only have one race living, like the races don't share houses. So like the different species don't live in the same house together. They can live in this, they can live as neighbors, but they don't live in the same house together. So if you have humans that are citizens and humans that are slaves, they can't live in the same house. And like humans and Dondorians or humans and Garthemes can't live in the same house. So when you have a small population building this small houses, when when you've only got like a handful of each different race, having the small houses is a good idea because it allows you to spread the population around, unless you're trying to build like the sort of different districts for every species, which requires a lot of micromanagement. I think in the future I'll build the small housing blocks because it's just more, it's more granular in terms of where people live with regards to their employment and everything. It's a little bit less space efficient, but they're kind of cool. The little apartment houses. Okay. Yeah, we need to... It's kind of like our overflow warehouse here. Everyone's pretty happy. Right, we need to expand the... They're not going to be happy if they run out of clothing, though. So let's expand the... Okay, this harvest is happening in 3 days. So we should actually get... Yeah, we should be able to do more weavers. Get a little bit more cloth going here. That's 5 cloth, okay. And then the tailors... Yeah, that's all we need. That's fine. We have enough cloth. We have more than enough cloth. We can go to 5. Yeah, I feel like trading with our neighbors is not going to be much of an option because I don't really want to give them a bunch of free shit just to make them happy. So maybe we conquer them. Maybe we conquer them. But first... Health is an issue. There's no lavatory down at the stone mine. That's going to be a problem. This lavatory is kind of at the limit of its radius. Build one down here. I guess we can increase their health by increasing their food ration, but I'm not super keen on doing that. Maybe that's a move, though. Slaves are 97% loyal. I'm kind of tempted to split this division into two groups of 30. We should double down on... We got a lot of fur. We should double down on the weapons. Just one more doing each. And that means we're going to have to expand our metal industry over here. Up to like... Okay, that's good. And our ore mine. And we need more coal. Okay. Bit of a fabric shortage. We need more weavers. Okay. That should be fine. Okay, clothing industry is doing fine. We have enough carpentry. We have enough metal. We have enough fabric. We have more than enough food. God, we're just losing like 100 bread every day. Like, we're losing a third of our bread to fucking decay, which is not good. There's not much I can do about that. Increasing the amount of storage that I have for it would be good. At least. A little bit more meat storage. Right, and then I was gonna split this division into two. No, I guess I'm just gonna make one big division, that's fine. Or 70. Shortage of clay? No. A little bit. I think we hit 500 when we hit this. Maybe not. No, we're still at 474 or something, yeah. Grain shortage again? Okay, more grain farms. Just expand this. Fuck. There we go. More housing. and probably some decorations and stuff. But 500 is sort of a key population point where things start to get kind of spicy, but also we have some new options in terms of what we can do. Okay. Certainly not having any loyalty issues. I feel like last time I tried to build this city, like before I did the restart, I feel like the main thing I sort of forgot to do was build guard posts, because it makes a huge difference. How is our prison doing? We have 5, okay. Yeah, we have 5 prisoners. He's getting a little cramped over here. I think eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to take all the bakery workers and move them to like one giant bakery like up here or something. That's what we're going to have to do, is we're going to have to consolidate industries to make space in this sort of central area of the city, but I'm not going to do that right now. That'll be a good thing to do at the start of another stream or something, or off. Let's see here. How are we doing on raid risk? Oh my god, 110. Yeah, we really do need to continue to build up our army strength here. I don't know why the raid risk is so high, but let's continue to increase. Okay, we have our food supply is okay. Grain supply, not great. But I guess we have a new farm coming online. Yeah. I can do another level of basic farming too, research-wise. That'll help with the grain supply, and then we need to go up to like at least, I think, what's this? I think 100, at least, for now. Can I beat... No, I should go to 110. I should match the Raiders group, I think. And then I'm just kind of counting on my guys being a little bit better armed than theirs. This is interesting. I don't remember having raiding groups that were this big last playthrough. 110. Seem to have scared all the other ones off, the sheer size of my army. Okay, we got a lot of odd jobbers. Maybe we need to train more people at once. Let's expand our training capacity. Just build a third one of these. What's going on with this wood situation? Oh, let's take a look at the world map and see how big the neighboring armies are, because we're actually kind of in a decent position to like attack a neighbor, but we might need to... Yeah, like they've got... Oh, I guess we need like catapults to lay siege to their cities and stuff. I don't know that we can tell. Maybe we build an embassy? Maybe we're supposed to build an embassy to like spy on them and know how many troops they have. Or is there a way that I can sort of... Oh yeah, the garrison's got 207. So I would need a lot of A lot more troops to attack these guys. And then there's an army of 56 there. So I guess the sense that I get here is that my army is big enough to defend against attacks from them, but not big enough to attack them. Are we not at 500 people yet? Oh, no, 500. We are at 500. We must be. So I can research. I should be able to research. Yes, I can. I can research healthcare. Okay, good. Healthcare, medicine. Great. Amazing. That was really important because we really do need the hospital and the physician. Okay. So the hospital goes in the middle of the city because it doesn't need to be particularly. We're going to need to potentially find some opium. Where's the opium at? All the way at the edge of the map. Delightful. Okay, we don't need to keep harvesting that. We don't really need to keep harvesting that because we're not even storing it. But we're going to need a hospital and we're going to need to store some opium. How many people are sick right now? 15, okay. So let's build a hospital for 20. And it's going to need some, we need to make sure we have excess cloth as well. So we'll put 10 beds. 20 beds. Okay, the hospital needs tools. Okay, so that means I do need to research tools. And build a small tool shop, maybe one of these ones. Yeah, and because we're building a tool shop, we're also going to need coal here. That's fine. We're also going to need to scale up our metal industry, but that's fine. We have a little bit of excess labor right now. Warehouse over here for the hospital to collect the opium. They're relatively close to the textile industry. Okay. I am going to put someone in charge of this because one person's going to work here because somebody needs to make sure that that opium actually gets delivered. It's on the very edge of the map. It's going to be a little tricky. Okay, we're getting tools going. It's happening. Now, 2 blacksmiths is probably enough. And what does that do to our metal supply? We need more. We need more. Or the coal is going to be a big issue. And I think I'm kind of squeezed for space to get more coal going here. So, no big deal. We'll just put a coal dude down here. Yeah, that's fine. For the road. To do some more lights soon. Gotta stay on top of the lights, man. The torches, I mean. Let's do a few now. That's decent coverage. Did I miss anything? Yeah, up here. Mm-hmm. Okay, is the hospital built? Not yet. We're waiting on tools. Oh, I need to store tools too. That's gonna be an issue. Reduce this. And store the tools. We're kind of going for this autocracy run right now. I feel like it would be better to trade. But I also resent having to give gifts to my neighbors to get them to trade with me, so we'll see. We'll see. Thing is, like, I just don't feel like we would have anything to spend the money on because we're building everything ourselves. So trading for money that we don't spend is just giving money to inflation. I guess we could, I guess maybe the strategy is just trading for the relations if you don't want to. But I guess we could like buy massive amounts of weapons and stockpile them instead of producing them. That might be a smart move. Trade away like our excess. Thing is, what are we going to trade? Like clothing, but we need that for our armies. Like, maybe we would trade something like tools that are not directly feeding into our military. And they're very valuable. Are they valuable? I don't know that they are valuable, to be honest. No, they're not that valuable. Maybe you make like cheap weapons. Or maybe you just make what's valuable and you sell it. But I feel like selling weapons to your enemies is kind of a bad idea. Maybe we mine... Maybe we mine something. Maybe we get the Dondorians to mine, like, gems. And sell the gems. It doesn't look like they're that valuable, though. They're only 155. At some point, I need to make a spreadsheet and figure out which trade goods are worth producing and selling. Someone's probably already done it. There's a bunch of this stuff on the Songs of Six Discord. Weapons seem like a really good deal, trading wise, but I don't know if selling weapons to your enemies is a good idea. My instinct has always been that it's a bad idea to sell weapons to your enemies. Maybe we need to start producing more weapons and armor and shit. Let's just see, though. What have we got going on here? Yeah, so I think I've actually succeeded at entering the mid-game here, basically. Which I did not last time around. Like, we need to build doctors. The hospital is going to start kicking in here. We're going to need... Is that opium ever going to get harvested? Oh, fuck, no, it won't. I don't have any odd jobbers. Did I miss it? Oh, I think I missed it. Fuck, man. Come on, go, 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 go. Get the opium. Real fast, guys. Okay, now... Next time, as long as I keep some odd jobbers, it should be fine. Bring the opium here. Come on, guys. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, does this hospital use, like, a shit ton of opium? I thought we would be able to survive off of that. We're maybe gonna have to plant our own opium and grow it if this is how it's gonna be. Maybe it's just like a backlog of patients or something. Yeah, that they've really jacked up the amount of opium that hospitals use. Holy fucking wheat. Okay, did this harvest just happen? It must have. Yeah, it just happened. Okay. Do I have enough people in here to collect it all? Yeah. I have enough storage space. Not really. Kinda barely. Okay. Yeah, so it's looking like we need to plant our own opium because we're using like 5 a day for the hospital. Now, the hospital doesn't actually increase our health. It just provides people a place to recover, and it makes them recover faster, which is more of an economic benefit than the actual health benefit, but we need the health benefit too, because otherwise we're going to start having like epidemics and shit. So I think we're going to build a couple of physicians, and then we're going to build an opium farm. Do I have enough innovation for the opium farm? I think what I've learned in the last couple playthroughs, I'm sort of trying to put together like a tutorial for this game. I made one earlier. I made an early game tutorial a while back, but I kind of want to make a mid-game tutorial, and I feel like the key ingredients for the mid-game, and honestly, are the guards and the prison, as well as the hospital. That's kind of the key hurdle that you need to overcome to kind of survive into the mid-game, because if you get to about 500 population and you don't have those two things, you get into this impossible situation where you can't scale up your goods production because you can't get more population, and you can't make your population happier because you can't scale up your goods production. So it turns into this like it's salvageable. You just, like, whenever you get into that situation in this game, what you have to do is dismantle. You have to dismantle parts of your city. You have to lose population. You have to go, like, you have to sort of go back, like, in technology, basically, in order to redo things in the correct order. And usually what I do when I'm in that situation is restart. Whoa, we are producing way too much coal. Okay. So, did I research the farm? I didn't find it. No, I did find it, didn't I? No, yes, I did. Okay. All right. 20 research for opium, man. That's steep. Okay, I feel like opium doesn't grow very well in this climate. How's our... Okay, we got tons of fiber. There's room here for an opium farm. Okay, we need to produce at least 3, 4, 5, maybe, like, we need a pretty big farm, actually, because it's not very productive. Whoa, moisture. Okay, we need to find a better spot to grow this. Okay, I guess Opium Island. Opium Islands. It's medicinal. Jesus. Daily output. The hospital consumes 5 per day? I'm gonna need like fields and fields of this shit. They've rebalanced this. That's nuts. There's no fucking way. It's gonna take me 22 farmers to get like one of this shit. How valuable is it? Fucking expensive too, man. Maybe it's because I have a lot of sick people. Well, I guess we don't have a choice. I think we probably, not only do we not have a choice to grow this stuff, we also don't have a choice, but we're gonna have to trade with our neighbors, basically. Because I think this is like an efficiency thing. Let me see here. Is there like a climate malice on this or something? Oh, there's no nested tooltips in this game. I keep forgetting. I've been playing too much EU5. How do I figure that out? There's like a wiki somewhere. No. Yes. Tome of Knowledge. Opium. I guarantee you it's not going to be here. Yeah, no. The thing about wikis, in-game wikis, is they never have the information you need. You got to go to like Discord or like you know, a user-made wiki. Developers never provide the information anymore. How the hell do I find out what the only way I know how to do this, we have to save. And I don't, okay. Let me just generate a random map for a second. Because the map will tell you what the local, oh, there's no malice. But I know, right, okay. You get twice the output if you are in warm climate. Okay, so there's no malice on it. It's just neutral in temperate. In fact, the only thing that there's a malice on in temperate is the war beast pastures. Interesting. Okay. Back into the game. I'm gonna wrap up the stream reasonably soon. It's getting a bit late here, but well, that's kind of tricky. I feel like this can't be right. Oh, not allowing this research yields a recovery rate of 20%. Allowing your nurses to use this resource increases recovery rate to 50%. Oh. Okay. So this is not worth doing. We don't need this farm. No, we don't need this farm. Okay, so this is a change that's in the new version. In the previous version of the game, if you were missing inputs for like a building like this, it just wouldn't do anything. But now he's introduced this, like, theoretically, we're gonna keep harvesting the small amount of opium that's available on the map, and we're gonna get like a partial bonus from it, basically. So the more opium we get, the better, but like not having any is not gonna kill the this thing. Okay, now the bigger issue is, okay, so we're also gonna unresearch. We're not planting opium. It's too inefficient. Like, it's just too, how do I hold left shift and click? There we go. Thank you. We're gonna refund that research. Love that you can refund research in this game. It really kind of takes away from the feeling in a lot of strategy games where it's like, once you research something, you can't unresearch it, and you're just like, screwed. I shouldn't have deleted that, but whatever. Okay, well, we need physicians. Physicians are what's necessary now. The first one should go somewhere in the middle of the city. How big do these need to be? We can just build like tiny ones. No, we need more than that. I think we need 2 physicians. Oh, we need cut stone. Okay. That's fine. We can research cut stone. Cut stone's actually useful. Opium is not useful. I mean, marginally useful. Marginally useful. Fine. That's fine like that. That's perfect. Okay. I gotta find a place to fit this. Bingo. No. Too cramped. Okay. This housing is not being used. That would be a good spot for a physician. Just suspend this for now. I'm gonna rethink some of this here. Just delete all this. Definitely need to consolidate the bakers elsewhere, but that is a task for another day. I just want to get a couple physicians built. Because I'm convinced that that's the key to sort of successfully entering the mid-game. Like, the early game in this game I would define as being, like, essentially like survival. Like, making sure you have enough food. And then the mid-game is really all about giving yourself the conditions that are necessary to scale up. Okay. Masonry. What's the input and output on masonry? How heavy is it? They don't have weights in this game. It's not the weight that matters. It's just the input and output, I think. So, 2 stone. Okay, we want to build the mason beside the stone, basically. So the mason's going over here. And I think we'll build a relatively large one. Let's actually take our large carpenter here and copy him over to mason. Stick this here and give ourselves some storage for that. Okay, we have masonry. And probably a lack of housing down here. This has to move. There's also no light down here, which kind of sucks. Give me more stone miners. Yeah, the masons are eating a lot of stone. How much are you actually producing? Oh my god. Workload, commute, hauling. Oh yeah, there's just not enough stone. Okay, I see. Okay. This has turned into a whole thriving industry here. Okay, more housing. Yeah, see, this is why I want... Okay, did that hospital get built? Yes, it did. The physician, I mean. Okay, the physician has... Okay, actually, the physician has quite a wide radius. Cool, man. Okay, let's put another physician over here. And another one down here. And our health should be soaring right up. Oh, we have a deficit of... That's not good. Okay. How is the food situation looking? Also not good. Okay, but that's fine. So basically, I'm going to end the stream now, but I actually feel like yeah, I feel like this is the key. The last time we got, like, basically last night I played through this and I got to about this population level, possibly a little bit more, and basically, as you can see, like, the loyalty here is scales, like, your loyalty and your ability to attract new citizens really scales heavily with the services that you offer and things like health. Where does health fit in here? Okay, the hospital gives some. Where does health come in? Maybe health doesn't give a... Maybe health doesn't give satisfaction? That seems wrong. Physician. Oh yeah, physician. Okay, yeah. So this will go up. This will go up as we get more physicians, and yeah, we can also probably build a lot of benches. But yeah, I would say, like, decorations really important. Physicians, guards. What's our justice looking like? 31%. Yeah, it's starting to trend down. Could definitely use one or two more small guard posts around here. The sheer amount of... He should rework the guards. The guards are fucking annoying. Yeah, but anyway, we've basically, we have the means to increase all these things. And that's the difference. Like, if you haven't researched the right technologies, you can really end up kind of stuck. And I think the plan this time around was, like, unlock the library as soon as possible, get the Auroch pasture so the library can function. We needed the masonry. We needed, what other technologies do we research? We need the smith and we need the mason. That's like pretty primordial. We need the Auroch pasture. And we need the guards and the prison. And then the rest was all getting medicine and these sort of standard picks here. And then we did put, how many points did we put into this? 12 points into basic farming, which is helping us produce a colossal amount of grain. Yeah, we're producing more grain than we can store, basically. Oh, one of our bakeries is using wood. Duh. One or more bakeries are using wood. Yeah, so in other words, like, basically what I need to do now is I need to, oh, I just need to increase my weavers. Do that right away, actually. What's going on with their happiness? Nah, law is going down. Yeah, so basically the, I build more physicians? Yeah, I did. So basically as the physicians thing and the services here ticks up, like, some of these services don't look like they provide a lot of happiness, but some of them have dual functions. Right? Like the food stall distributes food, the hearth and the well give warmth and coolness in the summer, and then obviously the physician, you know, keeps people healthy. And so, yeah, I think sort of hitting these key milestones in terms of the technology is really key in terms of actually surviving into the mid game and not getting into, like, we kind of got into a bit of a death spiral last time. And in terms of design, I think your central city should be as compact as possible. And then you should have satellite cities for any mining resources that you need satellite cities for. But the other thing that I've been doing that I haven't done in previous playthroughs is when I look at the crafting recipes, from what I understand, 1 unit of any resource weighs the same for, like, there's no weight score for different resources. So when you have haulers moving resources around, it really only matters how many units of resources they're hauling. So when you're thinking about co-locating your industries, like for the bakery, for example, you don't want to haul grain to the bakery because the bakery uses 7 grain and 0.5 coal. So the bakery needs to be beside the grain storage. And the coal can come from anywhere. One hauler can haul enough coal to keep tons of bakeries going. So if you're, you know, the logistics, like if we look at our labor force right now, let's take a look at it. We've got 18 working in warehouses, some of whom are probably not working very hard. Yeah, this, whoa, oh God. Yeah, there, that's mainly that. That's a mistake. That warehouse should only have 1 person working in it. Okay, I just freed up 10 people. If we look at the haulers, yeah, 3 people hauling bread. They're hauling bread to distribute food to the mining villages. I've got 2 people hauling stone. They're hauling stone for the... They're hauling stone for the janitors. 1 person's hauling metal. That's bringing metal over to one of the industries over there that doesn't use very much metal. And then, yeah, so I have very few haulers, which is good. And yeah, it's all about, because like you really, realistically, like what you really want your people working in productive industries and not, you know, you don't want to be putting, you want to have as little labor as possible in all this stuff. Let me just refresh that for a second. Yeah. Well, the janitors... So realistically, our logistics workforce is like 18 people, which I think is pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I don't really count the janitors as logistics because there's kind of no way around having them. Yeah. And there's definitely some workers that I could cut back in terms of like, you know, overproducing certain resources and stuff like that. But the thing is, the logistics, you know, it's really, the logistics are one of the easiest things to keep down. It all has to do with how you design your buildings and where you place your buildings. Like, now that this city is, like, this sort of central area is kind of maxed out in terms of how many buildings I can put in it, probably what I would do next in terms of, like, the city planning is, like, I'm starting to have, yeah, I'm starting to have bread shortages again. So probably the move here would be to, we've got, how many bakers do we have? Damn it, I'm looking in the wrong place. It's over here. We have 48 bakers. So what I would do is I would build like a bakery up here for like, I don't know, 75 people or like 100 people. Put it maybe even like over here. Like maybe the bakery goes here and it's like surrounded by grain farms. And then we build a gigantic warehouse for all this grain because the grain is also not getting stored properly right now. We're probably wasting a lot of labor on the grain farm. And then I would do similar things with other industries where I'm just like, you know, I'm freeing up space in this central area by consolidating industries in other areas. The rations industry is perfectly fine. I don't need any more. You can do an amazing amount of rations with just, I've had 2 people making rations. I could actually increase that. Yeah. I have nowhere to store them, unfortunately. So I probably need to build a big warehouse here for rations. Yeah, I'm also running out of warehouse space. Like this warehouse and these 3 bakers can go over here. Then I can put more housing down here. Then I can potentially like clear up some space in the middle section here, build more, you know, build a gigantic warehouse for rations. Rations are just so efficient. And then, yeah, pretty soon expand the cotton farms. It's possible that moving these pastures, I don't know, the pastures, they're kind of not in a great spot, but they're also kind of fine. Do I need more fur? Yeah, probably. Probably need a second one of these. I would also maybe take the carpenters and put them on the other side of these woodcutters to free up some space in here. Like basically I would just, or actually the carpenters can go straight into the mountain. Staff them with Dondorians, put them straight in the mountain. Basically I would just try and move the manufacturing out of the central area and put it in the periphery, in order to clear up more space in the middle. And some of these like skinny warehouses are not that useful. They need to be bigger. Like even this warehouse is starting to fill up. And then maybe we need to trade, but like I don't think it's necessary to trade. Like I think trade is probably lucrative, but it only makes sense if you have something you want to buy. What's going on with stone? Okay, we have a surplus. We're just catching up, I guess, with... That's going to cause issues. Yeah, this stone production is... Oh, man. Okay, this is sort of classic. When you build these satellite settlements, you have to get haulers for the janitors. Let's fix that. I want to fix that before I stop the stream, because otherwise I'm going to fucking forget tomorrow. Or whenever I stream next. I might stream tomorrow, we'll see. Furniture. Grab some. What else are you missing? Clay? Do I actually need clay down here? Not really. I don't think any of the buildings down here use metal. They just need furniture. Yeah. Wow, that's really bad. Go, go, go. Fix the things. Oh no, strange murder. That's gonna tank my happiness. Okay, we have another physician. Not super thrilled about. Yeah, and then maybe things like stone roads and like upgrading the buildings to masonry would be a good idea. I think that probably, because the thing is, the other way you can make your citizens happy is by giving them furniture for their homes. But the problem, what you're really looking for, like everything that you produce scales with like the needs that you have for it scale with your populations, but some things scale faster than others. And this stuff here scales really fast. You find that you're just kind of outrunning yourself in terms of what you're able to produce, giving them furniture. Whereas like building things like torches and like, I'm not sure, like what is our maintenance requirement for stone? Like what do these require for maintenance? It doesn't say, does it? Does it say here? Costs wood and stone. So I'm presuming these decorations require a tiny amount of wood and stone, which at this point I can basically produce an almost infinite amount of. Not infinite, but like I can produce a lot. Very labor efficient. So it's pretty easy to just like put torches everywhere, and like that's giving a substantial amount of fulfillment. Oh, you need 25% of your population in the army. 25% of your population in the army gives you that much fulfillment too. So that's cool. That's probably worth doing. Like just keeping a stable 25% in your army. It's actually about the scale of army that you need, and then I could build some more flower beds here. I could get some more trees around. Like I could just get like every little source of like this type of fulfillment is quite easy to get. The noise and the space, probably not worth pursuing, because you really need to contort your whole city to make those work. Humans don't like noise, and they like to have lots of space around the buildings, but like the space one I think is not worth pursuing because it's gonna strain your logistics. Like spacing out your buildings more, it doesn't seem like it would strain your logistics much, but like I think especially early game. But the building type, yeah, switching all of these buildings over to cut stone, it's going to take a long time to accumulate enough cut stone, but definitely worth doing. And researching the better roads. Can I research the better roads like now? Paved roads, yeah. Oh, paved roads allow, yeah. So paving these roads would give a lot of satisfaction as well. That's definitely worth researching good and early. But the top priority for research, I think, definitely is the medicine and the guards, all this stuff here. This stuff as well is easy. And then just in general pursuing the services. Like we actually have the technology to upgrade our lavatories, which would give us a bit of fulfillment there. Getting the upgrade for the wells would be pretty big too. I think that requires machinery though. I think that's probably what makes sense, is really maxing out your services as quickly as possible. Some of these late game services seem like they're less worthwhile, like the restaurants, the grand arena, the fight pits. Fight pit's not really late game. It's actually, I don't know if it has an upgrade. Fight pit's probably worth getting, but the grand arena, the restaurant, and the tavern, not so much. The tavern does distribute drinks, but I think that's probably late. This is probably late game stuff. Grand arena, restaurant, tavern, bathhouse, maybe worth pursuing. Barber, maybe not. Massage parlor, maybe. Depends where they are in the tech tree. But getting as many of these as possible, and then in particular, there's the early game ones, you can upgrade them by, and like, so like if we start producing pottery, we can use the pottery to upgrade. And I think pursuing, like, I think getting all the services, like the early game services upgraded before you start distributing massive amounts of goods out to your population probably makes sense. Because again, you really cannot, where you really get stuck is when you have a bottleneck. Like, how many people can I accept right now? I could get 89 more humans and only 10 more Dondorians. So for the Dondorians especially, maxing out some of these services would help to offset their natural... No, they don't like being in the minority. Do we unlocked nobles? We probably unlocked nobles and I haven't even been paying attention. That's another whole thing. No, we haven't. At 650, we unlock nobles. Nobles are very powerful. They can allow us to massively scale up certain industries, but it's interesting. I actually think that the game is very balanced right now because it's usually in between. Like, nobles tend to make you very overpowered, but there's usually a few key things are really necessary to get you from like level 5 here to level 6. It doesn't seem like much, but between 400 population and 650 population, there's like a substantial challenge And then once you get into the nobles, you really are kind of in the sort of peak mid game where you're really able to, you can pick certain industries, specialize in them, and massively scale them up. And you know, so it's like, okay, are we making a big army? Are we becoming like a trade empire and trying to make money off certain goods? And in this case, in the case of this city, I feel like it's actually kind of in a neat spot. I think this stream is named like Let's Build a Walled City, and maybe I'll do that at some point in the city, but what I kind of discovered along the way, I did wall the city last time, but basically I think conquering, like preparing to conquer these two cities, and then maybe the free lands over there, and maybe this. Like you could make a little empire. You could make a little empire in this little valley here, and there's only 2 entrances, so you could sort of have your core. You could build like fortress cities, like a fortress city there. Actually, this you can't. I don't think there's any way to get to. I don't think there's any way to get here without going through this pass. So conquering this whole area would make kind of an impregnable empire, and then you would just stack a bunch of fortifications on this city. And I don't know what resources are available. It might be kind of, but I mean, presumably there's good mining resources in these mountain towns. So you probably get a pretty good mix of resources here. We just wouldn't have access to any of the exotic goods like the opium and the eggs and stuff, but it's probably not necessary. Seems like the main thing the opium does is speed up recovery in the hospitals. I don't think there's any other use for it in the entire game. It just speeds up recovery in hospitals. What happened here? A brawl. Well, that's not ideal. Anyway, this has been fun. I feel like I did a much better job of building this city the second time around. I will be back soon with more of this. This city needs a better name. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys, and I will see you next time.